Now, because I decided to use the cleats, obviously I needed some way to hold the doors in place. So I decided to use that magnetic door catch that you'll find on like kitchen cabinets and so forth. Relatively inexpensive, but there is 4 in each of the framed openings, and then of course the plate, if you will, positioned on the back of the doors, so it holds it in place again. You can see kind of like in the small drawing there what they look like. So if you decide to use these, just go out to your hardware store or like Lowe's or Home Depot, whatever, and you can pick them up relatively easy. In this picture too, you also see the in panels that were installed. Again, that kind of strengthens the unit from moving or being able to flex front to back and so forth like that. So again, this is the way I chose to do it. I can open the doors easily, and put the doors off to the side, and then of course that gives me plenty of room to get in there, do whatever I have to do. I also, which you don't see, I installed just a small 1/8 inch masonite backing about 12 inches high on the back, just in case while I'm in there something decided it wanted to roll and not roll off the shelf and go in behind it. Okay, here's a front view of the base with the top on. I was just kind of doing a trial fit at the top, make sure that everything worked there just the way I wanted it to. Again, it wouldn't move front to back or side to side, so everything worked out there. So let's go on to the next picture. All right, this is a picture obviously with the tank on the cabinet. This actually took place quite a ways back before I had the in panels on and that, but it was just a trial fit. I wanted to make sure that the tank looked proper on the cabinet, on the top, that the area from the cabinet base to the edge of the tabletop looked right, and everything looked good. So at that point I went ahead and finished the cabinet, which you'll see in the next couple of pictures. Well, alrighty then. Boy, talk about making my day. The base cabinet is complete. The doors are on, the casters are on, the top is on. And again, you can't see the back where I have the 1/8 inch masonite, but boy, this really made my day. Again, there's the pewter hardware for the doors, and really happy with the way those just came off, and they made all the room in the world. So I'm really happy with this. So it's time to go ahead and start on the tank. So let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, here we go. This is the start of the prep of the tank itself. What's got to happen here is that the oak imprint or coloring has got to be removed. In other words, what I did was I sanded it down and then kind of roughed it up so that the enamel will stick to it. But in order to do that, I had to obviously tape off the glass portion of the tank so that I didn't get the paint all over. But I also had to watch that I didn't get paint on the glass. So the tape comes down flush with the top of the rim, top and bottom, but doesn't go over the rim because I had to make sure that that was painted as well. So after this, went ahead and painted it with a hammer finished medium silver paint, and that really came up real nice, and it matches the cabinet. So in the next picture, you'll see the tank painted, and it looks real nice. All right, here's the tank painted, both the upper and lower rim. Again, I used a hammer finished medium silver paint, and it just kind of gives it a whole different look when it's sitting on a black cabinet. Boy, if you can see the top of my workbench, I didn't put anything down as far as protection, and I painted everything silver. So that kind of put me in the doghouse with the wife, and I'm there a lot at times, so I'm kind of used to it. But I still don't know whether when I get out whether to wag my tail or shake hands. But not much I can do about it. I've always screwed up like that. So anyhow, that's what we got. Here's the tank with the back side of the glass painted black. I've always used the fake plastic background with the plants and the rocks and all that. But the last time I did the 55, I picked one with the rocks and the vegetation and so forth, and it just got too busy to where you didn't really see anything in the tank except for that. So I decided to go ahead and do it black. I've heard a lot of people that have done that. So I just used a flat black paint, and when you see it through the glass and the water, it actually becomes kind of a satin color, not a real gloss, but a satin color. But it gives you the impression that you're looking off into the abyss, and I really do like it. So I'm kind of glad I did that, and I know it's a little difficult to see in the picture just because of the reflection, but I give it a try, and we'll see what happens. I'm not sure why I took this picture, except for I probably was a bit eager kind of to put the thing together just for color and so forth like that. But man, I've never seen any dirtier glass. I don't know what was on it, but it took me forever to get it off. So the other thing that you're going to see, or you do see, and that is some blue tape that goes around there to start, and that's going to be my elevation, if you will, for the substrate in the tank. So again, I don't know why I did this, other than I was probably a bit eager to kind of put the thing together. This is an idea I came up with for moonlight. I know a lot of people that have used them. However, I've never been able to actually find them, at least for a cost that I can afford. So what I did was I had a 24-inch hood from a regular marine land tank, which is about 24, and it uses an 18-inch bulb. What I found was, I went to Michael's and I found they had a spray paint which was a transparent blue. So I just went ahead and got that, and I spray painted the bulb maybe 5 times, maybe 6, I don't remember. And even though it had that many coats on it, the light still comes through. So when I put it on the tank, well, it just does a beautiful job. It gives me just the color blue that I'm looking for. It's not too dark, it's not too light. So I've got, maybe $7 involved, because the paint was a little bit more expensive than normal. But hopefully maybe somewhere down the line here I'll be able to get a picture of it, so you kind of see what it looks like. As you notice, pretty much through the rest of the documentary here, I'm not a real good picture taker, so I'll have to work on that one a bit. Hey, finally made it upstairs. Hey, remember back a bit we were talking about the blue tape as far as the elevation for the substrate. Now you can see it a bit better. Actually, the top of the tank is where the substrate will be, or even with that. So I'm about 2 inches in the front, and then going up to about 4 inches in the back. So I'm kind of eager to do this. Also, you can get a little bit better picture of the black on the back of the tank, and it's a nice color combination altogether. Just for the heck of it, that's my wife's cat, Asia. It was kind of a pain in the neck, but she came over, looked at it, and then just kind of walked away. So but yeah, like I said, she's kind of a pain in the neck. So anyhow, let's go on to the next picture.